Okay, this is a new pub, right? This build guide. This is different now. It's different. I've changed it. I'm away from Ashes. I'm into Defiance, or I'm into Ashes away from Defiance setup. And there's a few things that are different, I guess, from this versus the old pub. So the old pub I had was what? Crit? Perfect Agony using Ambush. There's a few reasons why I don't want to do that this time. One was when I was farming Expedition. That's bad. The second reason I don't want to do that is because Master Toxicist doesn't scale well with Ambush. Because you're playing this build, most of the damage is actually from Caustic Ground, and that Caustic Ground you can fish for 100% more damage one. And then scale that with skill effect duration. Although I don't really have much of that. So this is actually like closer to 100 when you're playing non-crit and spamming your attacks. And the third thing is that I want to actually build a lot of defense this time and have really good max hit, because Risk is freaking hard. And then otherwise, yeah, I'm in Master Surge and I'm playing Tides now. And then the tree passed over here. This stuff's really cool. On top of the Glorious Bandy. It gives Divine Flesh, which is really good for Zabaqua. And like there's like 3 reasons, I guess, to run Divine Flesh. The first is that it's just good for generic mitigation when it's paired with Doppelganger, right? It's kind of like playing Incandescent CI. But it's basically like generic LEDR. And then Doppel is really good if you don't have like other elemental shift. The second reason is like, if you're not playing CI, chaos damage hurts. But this thing has this for its chaos max hit, which is like so much better than most life-based builds usually, right? And the third thing is that it's really good against penetration, which is why you play Divine Flesh to begin with a lot of times for like hardcore bossing. So this feels really good, especially in T17s where there's a lot of pen. And minus max doesn't feel as bad when you're playing Doppel. But there's other cool things about this. I converted this node. I always want to take attack block, right? Because in T17s, there's always that block node. So this is Mastery is really nice to have. And then I also have Cult of Chaos here for +1 max. And in theory, I could have converted this into something else too. It would have been great. So yeah, that's why I Divine Flesh set up this time. Going crit, you also want to play Brutal Restraint, so you also lose that. Oh, there's one more reason why this is super good. This setup, the Divine Flesh, Doppelganger guys, Watcher's Eye, Purity. I guess it's over here. This Watcher's Eye for conversion, and then the Sublime Vision for conversion. Super good because you don't need to build a resist. So I have almost no suffix pressure on this thing. I think I might be helping Alira, so I should probably swap that out, but it's super crazy. Like, I get to click every single altar in my Eater maps. You know? Opening up suffix pressure isn't just for YouTube, it's for you too, okay? Because every single piece of suffix pressure means you can build more attributes on your gear. And that means you can tattoo more of your tree. And tattoos like this are like crazy OP, right? They're super good. And there's like suppression. It's so efficient to take this like route, I think. And it's just really great for penetration. High-end defense, it's amazing. Really love this setup. This is like my unconditional. Like if you want to like, I can pretend that my max fizz is really good, dude. Stationary, here we go. Look, my max fizz is crazy, guys. 58k max fizz, 165 max LE. Like, I don't know. I'm mostly dying to elemental stuff. I die a lot, but it's not really to fizz. Sometimes it is. I would say the majority of my deaths still are to Awakener's Desolation. Oh, right. I can't take endurance charges on this. That's the other thing. Endurance charges, that means you have to click one less altar. So I'll never, like, I'm not gonna play endurance charges on this until I want to change that. You can get Fizz mid higher on this for sure. Like, I don't think it's hard to get this number to be like, I don't know, maybe like 50 to 200-ish. Yeah. No, Trickster doesn't really have max. Trickster, you'd be surprised how squishy it actually is with conditionals down for max biz. Like, when you're all set up and everything and playing Flesh and Stone AA and you're stationary and you drop your Frost Shield and all that, it's like alright, but... okay, skill gem wise. There's nothing I want to cover. I think like everything is pretty spoken for. It should be pretty intuitive, right? Oh, this is kind of good. Vault Breach Link with Enhance is crazy. I don't know why, but the quality on Vault Breach is like a bajillion cast speed. I guess there's that. Everything else is really, really simple. Never click Insane. I don't know who's gonna copy this build and fucking turn on Insane, but that's gonna piss me off a lot. Alright. The gear. The daggers I bought. You can recom the prefixes, multi-mod suffix. If I was being really like, if I was an SSF, what I would have done is just recom 2 T1 prefix, like Essence, Annul, down probably, or Alteration. And then I would recom the 2 T1 elemental mods with each other. I think it's a 50-50 chance, or maybe like 1 in 3 chance that it hits. Once you have those 2 things, I would... It depends on how much currency you have, I guess, but I would probably not worry about the attack speed, and I would just call it a day. Multi-mod, hits can't be evaded, chaos style multi. That's what I probably would do. This helmet. This helmet craft was super annoying. I memory stranded Okay, I take a Blizzard Crown. I recomped it with an I-85 base. That became I-85. And then I put Memory Strands on it. And then I put it into the bench. Chance Orbit, Chance Scour until it becomes rare. It's a rare now, so then I can use Fossil Crafts on it. And then I used Deft plus Hollow Fossil spam, which is the highest likelihood to hit Suppression. And then once I hit Suppression on it with my Abyssal Socket, I wanted to clean up the suffixes and clean up affixes, and then use the orb thing, which consumes all the strands, to upgrade this. What ended up happening was I hit this mod, I used a memory strand to upgrade my life instead. Okay. Every single Abyss Jewel is just flat added. It's crazy good for this. Doppelganger, I mean, it is what it is. Getting +1 max res is also good. Less chaos damage taken, good. These gloves, simple. Essence, strength. You can redo prefixes after for life. I would probably go higher. Boots were same deal. Fractured suppress to start. Hollow Fossil spam for any T1 res or T1 attribute that's not dexterity. And then do prefixes afterwards. With Eldritch Currency. Ring is a reflected ring. I don't really care what this is. This can be anything you want. I was using Betrayals earlier, but I think it's actually not that good, because most of your damage comes from Alchemist Mark, not from Viper. And then a massive attribute ring with Recoup and Life. Recoup is helpful for when you actually go down into that lower part of your HP pool. It's going to help out a lot. I kind of want to go double Recoup rings, and then Tides here, Ashes, Doppel. Flask setup. For Genesis, Repka Sorrow, I think it's fairly obvious why this is run. I mean, it's just mitigation, and it solves your cost. Usually I wouldn't have done this, but I thought this was really good because it ends up saving me 3 nodes. Because before for Mana Sustain, I was taking this with Mana Recoup. I had to get hit. But yeah. And then for the other 3 Magic Flasks, this setup is kind of weird. The only thing you really need is Reduce Effective Curses. I would consider switching this out for CB and Bleed as the suffix. Because then you can actually press your Life Flask whenever you want, instead of having to wait for your life to be drained, or your mana to be drained. This suffix doesn't work. You can't like spam it. But it's okay for now. Geo-wise, 2 voices, both 3P. Clusters, I'm leaving brute for potency and low tolerance on every single one. And this is because it just like improves your recovery by a lot. Each of these is plus 200 to life recovery, which is like insane. And then low toll is obviously the big damage for this build, right? That's how Mamba works. You stack low tolerance clusters. Sure, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'm already playing Scion's Ambition. This helps out a lot. And then the small jewels, or the non-clusters. Ancestral Vision for suppress cap. This is also paired with this, hypothetically, for the 10% extra chance to avoid ailments. That combined with the boot implicit of, what, 29% gets you to 100. Murderous Eye here. I have phasing off of another Murderous Eye, or, yeah, off of the Searching Eye over here. But also flat damage, life. And then, what is there? Forbidden Flesh, Focal Point, super OP. 30% more caustic damage, man. A little bit more than that. And then a Lightning Meeting for Chaos Res. And then a Watcher's Eye for... This Watcher's Eye is going to be big later. It's not ready yet. But this Watcher's Eye has that burst mod about the Period of Lightning mod. That one's mandatory. But that reduced crit mod is going to be really good with Doppelganger. And then once I finally get a proper Merc. And yeah, that's the build. I think this is the mark of Mamba. I like this build a lot right now. I think it's like... pound for pound, probably one of the strongest builds for this particular type of farm. I mean, I would love to look around and see what else people are playing for Risk Farm right now. But I haven't really seen that much of it. But this character is like, it's really nice. There's a lot of upgrades to go. At the 1 mirror mark, it's like, okay. Once I push towards the 2 mirror mark, it's going to be like a lot better. Because then I could put on like Sin. I mean, I could put it on right now and it would already like change a bunch of things, you know? Like the daggers could change into different things that aren't pressurized anymore, or pneumatics. Yeah. Basically, the new Merc setup looks like this, okay? So I switched off of Repka Sorrel because I want to use a Gold Flask. It's a bit more annoying because there's one more mod that's... No regen becomes more punishing, but I'm running Recoup as a prefix here now instead. And then the new setup is a Wither Touch for now, because I think Envy might be better, but we'll see. With Dying Breath, Crown, Garb, still the same curse setup, but then Tri-Curse is actually... It's actually playing +1, because I'm going to go Quad Curse now. And she has Temp Chains and then Despair and Feeble. It still lets me run Alchemist Mark. Avoid Freeze Boots, Calm's Binding Still, and then Defiance keeps you alive. That's like the main change. It actually made a really big difference though. Like huge difference to be played this way. Like I die probably half as much inside Risk maps. The gap is like massive. I mean, he makes builds. I would say he does, but gap is big. I should probably try to face tank this at some point. I've been on this fight in so long. It like feels like the last time I did the fight was during the race. Anyways, all good. Uber bosses, dude. We got an Ashes. It's worth. I'm tasteless. Do you think that joke is in good taste? But sorry, he got a temporary suspension. A 1 week. Alright guys, this is the hardest map mod in the entire game. Awakener's Desolation. Have you heard of it? Awakener's Desolation plus delirious ground effects. Almost no counterplay. But I'm gonna challenge it with this build. Also, there's faster poison on here, so I'm like, kind of mega fucked. Basically, I have the 0-second poison, but it's okay. Oh my god. And Eater Orbs. Oh, you can't stand still. You can't move forward. This is a risk experience, guys. Holy. Woo! Oh, yeah, dude. Oh my god! Where's my battle mage? Oh no! Oh my god! What? God, guys, this whole time I didn't have fucking battle. I didn't have my alchemist mark on. What? Okay, that's actually a grief, dude. Okay, most of my damage in alchemist mark, so maybe that's why my boss skills took extra long. No cope. Wait, did I really not have it on for the T-17s? Oh no, I took off the weapon partway through at some point, right? I think that's what it is. Ow. I'm Desolation Gamer. Okay, what's going on in here? No! Why? How am I supposed to see anything? Okay. So you guys, look, these maps are so juicy, you know? The loot's unlucky right now, though. I'm getting better at the terrain thing. I think switching into this setup was a lot better than going like the Defiant slow life stuff. But having to press my flask randomly, ugh, pain. Especially since I'm not running a bleed suffix, it makes it hard to press. All times when I'm pressing it, doesn't do anything. Good. You get anything in here? I guess investment is low, it's not too bad. Oh my god. Please. Oh, I forgot to press the pedals again. No! I hope it was something bad so I don't even feel guilty about this. It was the fucking best one, dude. Look at all the gold. Look at all the extra rarity. So much trash. Still another 1,000 left? That's kind of absurd, no? Yeah, man, the boss dropped hella stuff. Oh my god, also. I think I might keep them pale instead of wither. I'm not sure. I can tech it between each map and stuff, but it seems kind of stupid either way. Oh yeah, the ground effect is so big. See, this is what I was still talking about. I think in like the faster poison maps, it's totally fine because the caustic ground can always carry me through. 38 monster remaining. Under 5 minutes. We're out. Got to press my pedals a gajillion times. So good.